Reminder, if Jack Dreyer, Ben Casparis in the Dodger pen can strike out 7 Marlins today, everyone will get a free jumbo jack tomorrow at a Jack in the Box in Los Angeles. Perfect first inning for Dreyer. Just 7 pitches. 1-1 on Jesus Sanchez. Up the middle, stopped by Betts on a slide. He's up and throwing in time.
Obviously a nice job by Mookie getting to that ball, but the transfer, he got up quick, had a little bobble with it, but still able to regroup. Makes a good strong throw, gets him by a couple of steps. I mean, it wasn't even that close.
4 ground ball outs for Jack Dreyer. The last one, a lovely play up the middle by Betts. Dreyer's out of the game. Ben Casparis coming in.
Put on some fresh gear. Slide in your ride and jet for a super break. There's a new hero in the house. McDonald's Superhero Burger. It's going on with tomatoes, lettuce, 3 juicy all beef patties, American and Monterey Jack cheese, all on a hero bun. Hurry, it won't be here forever. So drop in to Mickey D's for a real break. This taste of the month is Mad Fly.
Have you had your break today?
Once again, we're giving away the ultimate prize. The all-new 2001 Ford Escape. Your challenge, swing across this pit of quicksand. Don't go through this. Enter the easy way by just using 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. This is your last chance to enter to win a new 2001 Ford Escape.
You mean all I have to do is use 1-800-CALLATT?
What's the number?
Have dinner with me. Not much time. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls now.
Boys.
Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire. Only for Game Boy Advance. Rated E for everyone.
The Dodgers leading the Marlins 1-0.
Sparkling numbers. The thing that jumps out to me, though, the 21 2/3 innings, only 3 walks. He just pounds the strike zone, only allowed 1 home run. And you take away that Cubs outing, and he's got an ERA about 0.45. Here's the arsenal. This is what he's been dominating people with, that 4-seamer, slider, the cutter, the curve.
First pitch skied in the air, right field side, foul ground. Teoscar on the run. This will get into the first row. And the pitch that you mentioned there, as we show you Ben's line from his last outing, so he's had 8 days off since he pitched against the Pirates. A huge performance for him. 3 2/3 inning, 54 pitches. And Tyler Glass now goes down, and Ben Casparis steps right up. But a huge pitch for him, and it's been talked about recently, been written about, is the cutter, which he hardly threw a season ago. Fly ball center field. Pages on the warning track, feeling for the wall. He's got plenty of room. 2 gone.
Well, you talk about that new pitch. You know, one of the things that a lot of organizations try to do or think they can do is, you know, mimic what the Dodgers are doing as far as interpreting data, utilizing certain types of training, all those sorts of things. But they don't have a Mark Pryor, and they don't have a Connor McGinnis. Connor is probably as good as anybody at developing pitches, and that cutter, that's where it came from.
First pitch strike to Dane Myers, who flash bunt and pulled it back. With the Dodger infield playing back, it's a guy who's been really productive hitter for Miami this season. And Dodger fans saw that in LA last week.
Yeah, he's the one that came off that bench and one swing of the bat put him right back in the ball game. Continued to hit throughout the series.
Casparius jumps in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perfect 5 for 5 at the Ravine. 5 RBIs. Of course, 4 of those on that pinch hit grand slam. He's hitting .344 his first 24 games of the year. On this 2-2, Myers slashes another one foul.
Ben has filled so many roles in this early part of the season. No matter what he's asked to do, takes the ball and goes out there and competes. He's been so effective.
Spoiled by Myers remains 2-2. He's also just, I mean, he's cut from the right stuff. Obviously, he gets that from Stacy and Phil, his parents. We got to hang out with them in Atlanta for a little bit. But his teammates, they laud him as well. And Myers has a base hit to left field to keep the second inning going. So Myers now 6 for 6 against Dodger pitching this season.
Just a slider that is just up in the zone. Almost backs up a little bit. Yeah, Myers, geez, I mean, he is just put on a Dodger hat and he's going to get a base hit off you.
Now the 7th spot in the order. Third baseman Graham Pauley. Fastball tails arm side, ball 1 for Casparius against the former Padre Pauley. Foul ball, another strike. It's 1-2. There's an area Ben's numbers indicate a path for growth and improvement this season. It is with men on base. And there are runners on. Opponents hitting .313 against him. And there's a runner on first. That clip is .455. Myers going for second, and he has it safely. 6th stolen base of the season for Myers, getting in a scoring position with 2 out.
Marlins repaying the favor a little bit. We've seen the Dodgers just run wild against these guys so far. And he gets a good jump off of Ben. Not much Will can do.
Fastball high, full count. This 3-2 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. Back-to-back Marlins reach against Casparius with 2 out.
Yeah, Ben had thrown 6 pitches. It recorded 2 outs this inning. Looked like it was going to be a clean inning, and that man Dane Myers just can't seem to put him away. Battled, had a long pitch at bat, base hit. He got himself in a little bit of trouble here with that walk.
Both guys with 2 strikes as well. Two on, 2 out. Nick Fortes waves at strike 1. Backstop just came back off the injured list. He's there with an oblique injury, so he's been limited to just 8 games. And 304 in the early goings for him. Bears trying to keep the Dodgers ahead by 1. This is popped up. Foul ground on the first base side. There's Freddie. So 2 get on and 2 are stranded by Ben Kasparius.
I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
Only one soundtrack is Forever. Batman Forever.
Oh, not tonight, sweetie. You've had Chef every night this week.
But I love Chef.
Un petit air et le jour, ça commence comme rien. Une brume et d'ambre vient frapper ton corps malade.
What do you want for dinner?
Chef Boyardee. Boy, this stuff is good.
It's time for the first major league plate appearance for Hyeseong Kim. Leading off the top of the 3rd inning against Sandy Alcántara. The Dodgers ahead of the Marlins 1-0 in this series opener. Ollie in on the grass at 3rd as Alcántara misses away, ball 1. He debuted Saturday night in the field, then came off the bench again Sunday as a pinch runner in the 9th, stole second base, and then gutsy play. Heading from 2nd to 3rd.
Yeah, it really was. And it wasn't so much that he was able to execute, but it was the fact that he had the confidence to run. Your first big league game, you're trying to impress. You don't want to make a mistake, and it didn't faze him a bit. I mean, that's what I think I was just more surprised at anything. Just the fact even stealing 1st to 2nd, that takes a lot. Okay, should I go? Should I go? No. And then the fact going 2nd to 3rd. No fear.
Behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Stays alive with a foul ball. 953 games in KBO. 300 hitter. 211 stolen bases. Down in OKC. Hitting 252 when the Dodgers called him up to replace Tommy Edman, who hit the injured list. And with a high fly ball right field, pushing Sanchez back toward the warning track. Had some guys in the top step a little excited off the bat. Kim is retired for the first out.
Not an easy first at bat either. Obviously, you've got all the adrenaline, you've got the butterflies, you've got the nervousness, and oh, by the way, you're going to face Sandy Alcántara, who's throwing 98, 99 miles an hour.
Got the first one out of the way. Now the lineup turns over for Ohtani, who watches strike 1. So he struck out swinging, leading off the game. Alcántara's 1-1. Ripped back foul for strike 2. You know, it's interesting for Ohtani. 34 games gone. He actually has more homers and stolen bases this year than he did through 34 games last season. This year he's got 8 home runs, 9 bags. Last year it was 7 and 7 this same juncture. Let go. 2-2.
So that's really the first non-competitive pitch that we've seen this evening from Sandy. And if you go back to that last start he had at Dodger Stadium, that was something that we saw a lot more frequently.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As a hitter, you just looked and said, I'm not swinging.
And he swings and rolls it to the right side. This little dribble foul. Now, the home run and stolen base numbers for Ohtani, one thing. The RBI total is another. He's got 8 home runs, just 11 ribbies. I mean, the last RBI that didn't come from a home run, you got to go back to April 16th.
Yeah.
His RBI single against the Rockies.
But remember, those things come in bunches. You know, you look at last year, you got into October and August, and then all of a sudden, it was just driving in a run, hitting with runners in scoring position every time.
Good take. Fastball at 99, low and away, full count. Here's the 3-2. Ball 4 and a 1-out walk for Shohei. Kirsten Watson down next to the Dodger dugout. What do you got, Kirsten?
Yeah, Stephen, as much as for Hyeseong Kim, it was just a routine flyout. The fans down here, they all know that he's having his first career start today. And so just for him to be out there, they were so loud for him. All of the guys you mentioned, they went up to the top step, hoping that that ball could have been a little bit more than just a routine flyout. But just so much celebration for him because they know how special he's a player like him, guys.
Thank you, Kirsten. Yeah, and Kim is a guy, EK, as you saw firsthand in spring training, he did not need any time before he endeared himself to his new teammates. Ohtani running and stealing second. Tenth stolen base of the season for Ohtani.
All right, so what do we need? One more bag, 3 home runs, a couple doubles, 10 RBIs, and we're well on our way. See Shohei going to the outside part of the bag, making that tag as far away as possible.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, EK, he could hit 10-10
right
today. I get a little annoyed every time I see the 59 because he had 60 in Colorado. Or he would have had 60 if not for the one that was taken away in Colorado. Betts swings through strike 2, falling behind in the count. Remember, they called a balk when he had the bag easily. Just me? Okay.
No, I get you on that. That's a, but still, it's the 50-50, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get
50-50, but it would, yeah, 60 would look really sweet.
The 1-2 pitch to Betts. Taken for strike 3. 99 dotted on the outside corner. Already 4 strikeouts for Alcántara, 2 going in the 3rd.
He's made 2 pitches this evening. I mean, probably more than that, but 2 that stand out. That one there to get Mookie, and then the one where he struck out Muncy up and in, 99 miles an hour. It just, as a hitter, you're not doing anything with that. You just aren't.
Swinging strike 1 against Freddie Freeman. Ohtani remains on second with 2 out. Dodgers trying to add to this 1-0 lead. Teoscar drove in the first run of the game in the first inning with 2 gone. He's on deck. Freeman flies one to center field. Myers on the run, on the warning track, at the wall. It's gone. Freddie Freeman lets one fly. His 7th home run of the season, and now a 3-0 Dodger lead.
a sneaky, unreal year. I mean, it's, you know, it'd be one thing to, yeah, he's having a nice year, but it's an elite start. And remember, he was struggling a little bit, had the bathtub incident that knocked him down for a few games, and then getting acclimated again. But man, oh man, he is playing some great baseball.
3 home runs and 8 RBIs his last 5 games, and as we detailed earlier, he loves beating up on the Marlins. That home run holds him into a tie for the most all-time against Miami. Fastball in the heart, and Teoscar fouled it back in the net. 2 balls and a strike. But 2 more 2-out RBIs for the Dodgers and a 3-run lead.
How about prior to that? They'd been 0 for their last 12 with runners in scoring position. And very appropriate that that's the guy that drives in the run. Again, I've said it a number of times. Live or die, I've got a guy on second base. I need him in. That's who I'm picking to have at the plate.
Full count against Teoscar. And 1 for 1 with the RBI double in the first. So now in his career against Alcántara, he is 4 for 10 with 4 doubles. Push through the right side.
Well, there goes that note. Screwed that one, right? That's
hey, but now he's 5 for 11 with the first non-double. Teoscar on first as this 3rd inning continues for Will Smith.
How about early on that Dodger 1 through 4 hitters?
They're good.
Yeah, not missing a beat. 4 for 7, 3 runs and 3 RBIs.
The first pitch to Smith. In the air to left. Stowers has a read on it and he'll make the catch. But after the top of the 3rd inning, the Dodgers now have a 3-0 lead. 2 runs on 1 swing from Freddie Freeman.
He can run, there's no escape. He can hide, that's his fate. He can fight with all his might and never win. When good battles evil, the real game begins.
The 16-valve twin cam Grand Am SE. Built with the enduring strength of hydroformed steel. Because only the strong survive. The Grand Am was solid form design. Grand Am by Pontiac.
Welcome back to Miami, the home half of the 3rd inning. Ben Casparius against the number 9 hitter Javier Sanoja. Strike 1 from Casparius. All 3 runs for the Dodgers driven in with 2 outs in an inning. RBI double from Teoscar in the first, a 2-run home run from Freddie Freeman in the 3rd. Casparius trying to get back into a rhythm after 8 off days since his last appearance on the mound.
Yeah, not easy for a pitcher. I mean, you can throw as many bullpens or many catch plays as you want, but tough to mimic game experience.
Teoscar reaches out and makes the grab. One gone in the third.
I mean, you get into things of the adrenaline and, you know, the nerves trying to execute pitches in certain situations. Again, the only place you're going to do that is in a game. And always tough for a pitcher to be down for that long. But again, has been typical all year long. You ask Ben to do something, you're going to go out and do it well.
The lineup will turn over for the Marlins. Second time through. Starts with Xavier Edwards, who's 0 for 1. Flashes bunt, pulls it back. Muncy was ready to crash at third if need be. Edwards, a contact hitter, doesn't whiff a lot. Doesn't make hard contact a lot, but he puts bat to baseball. You know, for Casparius, EK, you mentioned when he came out of the bullpen, the one clunker he had this season against the Cubs. It's when he gave up 6 runs in an inning and 2/3. Outside of that, 20 innings pitched, just 1 run, 10 hits. And Edwards can't lay off the high heater. It's 1-2. Yeah, there's the numbers right there. 0.45 ERA against the rest of baseball, taking away that one outing.
And the role he's filled here for the Dodgers, a much needed situation. He and Jack Dreyer have both done great jobs, both coming into this season with hopes, but I don't know if the expectations were this great.
I mean, a month into the season, Ben Casparius is assuredly a contender for National League Rookie of the Year. I mean,
that's fair. That's fair. I don't think he gets as much appreciation outside of our organization, what we see night in and night out.
That's tipped in the glove for strike 3. First K for Casparius and the Dodgers staff. Let's check in with Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, talking about Ben Casparius, Dave Roberts, of course, has been asked if he is the one who makes the most sense to be stepping into the rotation with the injury to Tyler Glasnow with that shoulder inflammation. And Dave said that he feels really good as to the role that Ben has right now. He's built up to that 60-70 pitch count range. So that's what they're kind of expecting of him today. And there is going to be more opportunity, especially with this 10-game stretch. So we could see him potentially starting the next go-round with this going through this rotation, or there's opportunity for him to be coming in behind an opener similar to what we saw today, guys.
All right, Kirsten, thank you. Yeah, obviously Clayton Kershaw's return is on the horizon at the end of this month. He's not eligible to come off the 60-day IL until I want to say the 18th of May. But there are no timetables out there for Blake Snell or Tyler Glasnow. But I think you can appreciate what Dave is saying there. Ben's in a good spot. He is pitching with confidence and conviction. And so we're going to keep riding this train. His 0-2 pitch to Stowers, down and in.
There's that cutter you were talking about earlier in the ball game, Stephen. It just bearing in on the left-handed hitter's hands.
Shakes to this 2-2 with 2 out and nobody on. This is upstairs with the 4-seamer at 98. The way it's described by the coaches would be it's been a bridge pitch, because you see the 4-seamer in the upper 90s. Something in between the 4-seamer and the slider from a velocity standpoint is that cutter.
Saw it just off the plate, but again, if you can entice a hitter to go after it, they've got no chance. The best they can do is foul that thing off.
It's a full count for Stowers, the National League Player of the Week, waiting on a payoff. Ball 4 skips by. So a 2-out walk issued by Casparius. Let's listen to this word from Morongo.
Foghead live May 23rd. Get tickets now. Morongo.
First pitch swung on by Wagaman, and it'll tail foul. 3 base runners against Kasparis since he's come out of the pen, and all of them reached with 2 strikes against him. A single and 2 walks.
Well, and all of them reached with 2 outs. Right? You're having a good inning and ready to cruise through things.
That's strike 2. That's 3. So his second K strands the 2-out walk and keeps it a 3-0 game.
Batman Forever. The hottest ticket of the summer is here. And Kellogg's Cornflakes has it. From the depths of the Batcave, it's Batman Forever collector packs. There's Batman and his partner Robin battling their archenemy, the Riddler. Straight from Gotham City, now available everywhere. Kellogg's Cornflakes limited edition Batman Forever collector packs. Here for now, but not forever.
You always pay for long distance. You never pay for long distance. You always pay for long distance. You never pay for long distance. VoiceStream has the most minutes with no long distance or roaming charges. Get more, pay less, guaranteed.
Mickey D's in the AM. Feeling alright. I need a hot egg McMuffin for my morning appetite. Time to get lunch. Looking for a great deal. Big Mac McNuggets or filet and fish meal. Craving dinner later. Gotta satisfy. With the double quarter pounder, big and tasty and surprise. Everyday values at McDonald's.
Zip by and choose our classic double cheeseburger with a medium soft drink or the tangy barbecue shredded chicken sandwich with a medium soft drink, each just $2.
Love to see you smile.
The triples. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Marlins nothing. 6, 7, and 8 on the schedule for the Dodgers in the top of the 4th inning, starting with Max Muncy. Struck out looking his first time up. Just the goggles. She's still getting comfortable with. It's not quite settled in with him there. The 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Green light, foul ball. From 3-0 to 3-2.
Remember last at bat, he put him away with an inside fastball. Gone away with those last 2.
Pitcher, you said there's nothing anybody can do there. 99 inside corner, very top of the zone. Good luck.
Off speed, huh?
Okay. Max stays in there. Count remains full. Muncy, Pages, and Conforto. Bottom of the order trying to join the top half fun. That is in the air a mile. Playable and right for Sanchez. One gone. Andy Pages flew out to center field. He's 0 for 1. First pitch grounded to third. It's handled by Pauly. Out number 2.
Andy wasn't going to get to that 0-2 situation that he's so acclimated to. Jumps on that first pitch, hits it hard. In a good spot, though.
Conforto for a second time. Grounded out to second base. Finishing the second inning. Strike 1 called against him. Conforto flips it to shallow left center field. Stowers will call off Myers and make the catch. So 1-2-3, 4th inning for Alcántara.
Heat wave breaks crime wave.
When the action heats up in Gotham City, there's only one way to cool things down. The Super Soaker Batmobile from Laramie. Just pump it up and let it rip. It's a high-speed, water-powered crime-fighting machine. So fast, so real, so cool. You won't believe the power. You won't believe the speed. The Super Soaker Batmobile.
Crime wave ends.
Well, the 49ers won.
Yay, darn.
So McDonald's everywhere, even in Homer, Alaska, will honor the winners with the $1.09 DLT.
Break out the Diet Coke.
But should Bronco fans lose just because their team did?
Yeah!
Of course not. So they'll still get their 99-cent quarter pounder with cheese, even though they didn't win.
But we played our little hearts out.
A $1.09 McDLT and a 99-cent quarter pounder for a limited time.
We're going to watch the Super Bowl every week.
Fans on May 19th will take home a Vin Scully bobblehead presented by 76. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Dodgers 3, Marlins nothing. Bottom of the 4th about to begin. Chris Taylor has come off the bench. He's now in center field. Andy Pages is in right. So Teoscar Hernandez is out of this ball game. Pass along more when we know it. 4, 5, and 6 on the schedule for Miami, starting with Jesus Sanchez, who's ahead 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1. Sparris threw 19 pitches, coming in with 1 out in the 2nd, then threw 20 pitches to get through the 3rd. Ooh. It's a silly swing and a miss for strike 2 on Sanchez.
Kasperi's going for that back foot slider to Sanchez. He had a little issue with that against Dustin May the other day in L.A. He swung and it hit him.
Emphatic 3-2 call from behind the plate from Les, and Sanchez was a little scared at first. Like, you just ring me up.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff. On the ground to Freddie. He'll take it himself. Sparris at 45 pitches. I think the perfect world plan for the Dodgers today was around or up to 70. Of course, not all pitches created equal. Stresses and leverages factor in on that. 98, a hair low. Ball 1 on Connor Norby. Norby pushed it to right. Pages will come in. Now can the Dodgers get Dane Myers out for once?
What is that, 6 straight? 6 straight base hits?
Yep. He is 6 for 6 against Los Angeles this year. 5 for 5 in LA, and then singled in the 2nd. Stole a base as well. No intentions of swinging at that. Strike 1 from Kasperius.
Got a slider last time that just hung. See some cutters here, huh?
Quickly 0-2. It's not just the 6 hits. He also has a walk. So I guess he's, in a way, 7 for 7. He reached in all 7 plate appearances. Kasparius is in front, 0-2. Sits him down on 3 pitches to end the 4th inning.
Warner Brothers movie, the all-new Batman Forever stunt show. Dynamic, intense, new villains, new heroes, explosive new stunts, and even a spectacular new Batmobile. The Batman Forever Stunt Show. Only at Six Flags Great Adventure Theme Park. Bigger than Disneyland and closer to home. Get these great savings with specially marked cans of Coca-Cola Classic and Diet Coke.
Let's go someplace we can talk.
Okay. Nothing exciting ever happened to Elliot Richards until he met the devil herself.
Wish for something.
I want to be charming, rich, and powerful. Good looking.
You got it.
He may get everything he wants.
I wish I could play professional basketball.
But she wants everything he's got.
I don't have to give you my soul.
Bedazzled.
Why don't we take a look at the contract?
Rated PG-13, October 20th.
9-1-2 on the docket for the Dodgers in the top of the 5th inning. Push this 3-0 lead on the Marlins. First pitch to Hyeseong Kim. He's in there for a strike. The 9th player to come from KBO in the posting system. 5th from the Kiwoom Heroes. His first start in Major League Baseball. Flight out to right field in his first official plate appearance. And he takes one the other way, and Hyeseong Kim has his first big league knock. An opposite field single off Sandy Alcántara. Welcome to the show.
2 real competitive at-bats so far against Sandy Alcántara. We saw that first one, a deep fly ball to right field. Does a nice job here where gets that pitch just running away. Doesn't try to do much more than just throw the barrel on it. Shoots it out to left field. Now a threat to run. I mean, you don't want to do it really with Shohei up, but man, when you got that kind of speed, wouldn't put it past him.
Series 14 for 14 in stolen base attempts. 13 of those down in OKC. 1-1 on Ohtani. And yeah, got to get that baseball. Two and one. There goes Kim. Here's the throw to second. He's safe and remains perfect on the bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ohtani. Why don't go downstairs and get an update from Kirsten Watson.
Yeah, Stephen, just a quick one on Teoscar Hernandez. The Dodgers have now announced that he left the game with left hamstring tightness.
Thank you, Kirsten. We'll get another look at Hyeseong Kim taking off for second.
Well, we talked about him being a threat, especially when he got down there, even with Shohei up at the plate. Gave Shohei a strike, and then once there was 1 strike against him, all bets are off, and Kim off to the races.
Comet can fly. Now he's in scoring position for Ohtani. Still no outs in the top of the 5th on this 2-2. Alcántara misses low, and the count is now full. Kim on after his first hit in Major League Baseball to go with the ones he racked up in the KBO. Ohtani smokes the ball to right field. Does it stay up? It will. second 2-run blast for the Dodgers today.
Well, I'll tell you, as hard as that thing was hit, if that wasn't going over the fence, it was going through the fence. 118 miles an hour off the bat.
I mean, Jonathan making that catch in the bullpen. I think that everybody was happier for the catch by J. Herb. That's right.
Well, that's the bigger event right now. It's out there in the bullpen. And look at this. Look at this. Forget Shohei just went deep on 118 mile an hour.
Herb just caught it.
Yeah. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
So good.
Anyway, Jay.
Dude, you know you got to get Shohei to sign that thing, and that thing is going up on your mantle.
Yeah, honestly, that's a line out for Ohtani. That's not a homer. Jonathan caught it. Now Mookie will poke it to right center field. Myers will race in and make the catch. Kirsten Watson has some more.
Yeah, guys, it wasn't just Jonathan having an incredible celebration. Please watch Shohei as he turns around to Hyeseong, jumping for joy for him. You could just see this group. They love Hyeseong Kim so much, and they have such a special relationship. So for him to get his first big league hit, for them to be able to celebrate, nothing better, guys.
Not at all, Kirsten. That's the good stuff. Now Freddie. Fly ball right center field. Sanchez runs over and makes the catch. And an all-out sprint to take away another hit from Freeman. 2 going in the 5th.
Sanchez looking better tonight in right field. We saw him in center field in L.A. and it was a bit of an adventure, but right field looks a lot more comfortable and getting some good breaks and playing a lot better out there.
2 outs, nobody on. Chris Taylor's first trip up there. He swings through strike 1. 5-0 Dodgers after Ohtani's 2-run homer. All 5 runs coming from the top 4 spots in the lineup. Rolled off the left side of the mound. Edwards at short. Throw is picked at first by Wagaman just in time to get Taylor. But Hyeseong Kim, his first hit in MLB, and Shohei Ohtani brings him home for his first run.
Now you can own Batman Forever on video.
Now that's impressive.
Bring home the Riddler.
Ow!
He's lean, green, and makes Batman see red. Buy it now, own it forever.
Galpin Hyundai knows that the things you do today can make things better tomorrow. Everybody promises satisfaction, but how do you really get satisfaction? From friendly people who understand your financial needs right now. And right now at Galpin Hyundai, you can get a new Hyundai XL from just $119 a month. Make the drive and get quality you'd pay a lot more for elsewhere from one of the nation's leaders in customer satisfaction. Galpin Hyundai in the heart of the San Fernando Valley. We make getting from here to there possible.
Hi. What's that? Morning mix. Chex Pieces, cranberries, raisins. You know, I had an idea to invent something like this.
Really? Was it as good as your idea for the remote control toaster?
Much better.
Well, this has fruits and nuts.
I had fruits and nuts, too. I had a different name, though. Dave's Good Stuff.
Introducing Morning Mix, a grab-and-go bag of crispy Chex cereal with sweet raisins, tangy cranberries, and almonds, all mixed together.
How long did it take you to think that one up?
New Morning Mix from Chex, breakfast to go.
No, they are some dogs, but they also like to play a few games during the game back there. So this one, they call their shot. It's the pitch, it can be the at-bat, any situation. Depending on if you get it right, you get more points depending on exactly how you called it. I have been told that Jonathan Erb, he called his called shot with Shohei Ohtani, then for him to catch it, and
Wow.
You might have to confirm. I don't think I saw a glove out there.
Yeah, there was, but we're not going to hold that against him.
But
going,
the fact that he got that's probably more points for the game. So that's what leads to all the excitement, guys.
So, yeah, Kirsten, so there's a couple things at play here, okay? That was the hardest hit home run in Major League Baseball this year, 117.9 miles per hour off the bat. One ball, 2 strikes for Kasparis against Grant Pauly. The other thing is, Jonathan, he might have saved Bardo and Bardo's life there based on that replay and the miles per hour. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Let's not kid ourselves. That ball caught John. He didn't catch that ball. Look, there are going to be so many stories about this. I mean, in another 3 weeks, it's going to be he laid out full dive to save Bardo's life.
That's right. Okay, so the Dodgers are getting closer to a free jumbo jack and a Jack in the Box in Los Angeles tomorrow after you buy a large drink. Ground ball through the left side, a base hit for Fortes.
This bullpen game, much like the one they had last week where Dreyer started and Sauer came in and Garcia and Hernandez closed it out. Kike. Really, the Dodgers have worked it to perfection. The guys have all filled their roles, come in and been effective. And you know, this is after that Cubs bullpen game didn't go so well.
A chopper in front of the plate. Smith will come out, throw on the run in time to get out number 2. Oh, that's nice. Fortes just told Hyeseong Kim congratulations. Nice play by Will to get Sanoja. Now go back to the top of the order for Miami with Edwards. Baseball fraternity, EK.
I was going to say, does Fortes speak Korean? Right? Like, how do you know what he's saying right there? Like, you
Read
just
his lips. Congratulations.
You know what congratulations is?
No, he said it in English, EK. Congratulations. Kim, he understands congratulations.
Right. I'm saying who said congratulations? Fortes.
Nick Fortes.
Yeah, right. You're saying Kim said congratulations.
No, I'm saying Fortes told
right.
Kim congratulations.
And he knows congratulations.
My brain is in a blender right now. Fly ball to center field, right at Chris Taylor. And that's out number 3 in the 5th inning. 5-0 Dodgers, I think.
R-Zone and step up to an electrifying new reality of Batman Forever.
Look out for the Riddler. I can almost touch them.
R-Zone, a brain-bending dimensional adventure.
Spin jump. It's Two-Face.
Where if you want to survive,
Here's the Batmobile.
you'd better not blink.
They're right in my face.
Batman Forever lives in the R-Zone. Are you ready?
Back to Miami. The sun is set. Dodgers kicking off his 3-game series against the Marlins. They lead 5-0. Last 2 runs coming on the blast from Shohei Ohtani. Tyler Phillips will take the ball from Sandy Alcántara.
See the 18 innings, almost 1-to-1 with the strikeouts to walks. He has given up 3 home runs.
First Dodger he faces is Will Smith. Dodgers got a run in the first inning. Teoscar Hernandez RBI double. Teo has since left the game with hamstring tightness. We'll get an official update after the game. And a 2-run home run from Freddie Freeman in the 3rd. A 2-run home run from Shohei Ohtani in the 5th. Dodgers are scoring every other inning. Smith went around, strikes out on 3 pitches.
Just goes with that breaking ball low and away. Gets Will a little indecisive there.
Good strike from Phillips to Max Muncy. Final line for Alcántara: 5 innings, 5 runs, all earned, 6 hits and a walk. 2 of those 6 hits were homers, 4 strikeouts through 87 pitches.
And how about Alcántara against the Dodgers career-wise?
Not great.
Yeah, almost an ERA of close to 10.
Now, there's been a lot of talk, I mean, even before the season began. Going back to the end of last year, Sandy Alcántara potentially being a huge trade piece for the Marlins. There's the 2-1 pitch from Phillips. Once he swings through strike 2. Alcántara is under team control for the next 2 seasons for $38 million. So you got a Cy Young Award winner coming off TJ after missing 18 months. You have a Marlins franchise that is firmly in another rebuild. Once he lays off, ball 3, and we're full. But there was a report, Buster Olney, I think last week after the Dodgers lit him up in L.A. Rival GMs, they want to see some sort of bounce back from Alcántara. Once he lines out to center.
Well, and I think, you know, you've got, what do we got, trade deadline into July, or, you know, you've got a couple months, right? And
yeah,
you know, you're looking, like we saw some glimpses tonight that, like, wow, he looks good. But again, just like you mentioned, he's not consistent enough yet.
Nor should anybody.
Yeah,
correct. Exactly.
Correct. Yeah.
2 outs, nobody on. Andy Pages. And strike 1 called on him. Pages is 0 for 2 tonight, trying to get back on his hitting track.
I mean, here we go. You know, we
0-2.
talked about 0-2, and so we had Rick look it up, Dr. Krajewski, right? Only 4 players in the National League have been up at the plate in more 0-2 situations. So when we talk about he's up there all the time, 0-2, he is.
Chops it to the left side. Paulie charges and can't get it out of the glove. So Pages will reach with a 2-strike infield single.
Just like last night, though, right? He was 0-2, and we'll take that infield knock. Did it again this evening.
Two-out base runner for Michael Conforto. Conforto, Dodgers sticking with him. He's 0 for 2. Again, I know nothing about nothing, EK, especially when it comes to hitting a baseball. I want him to just sit dead red and hack at a fastball.
Right, he just let it loose. But I will guarantee you that he's probably done that in this stretch, right? I mean, it's so many things going through your head, and trying this, trying that. And then you get something like that. You're just saying, you know, can a guy get a break here? I mean, you get pitches that are a little off the plate. But that's, you know, he made the comment to me the other day, to both of us actually. He goes,
yeah.
That's the game we play, and that's what this is. It's just a constant kick to the you-know-what. You got to keep going.
There you go, Michael Conforto, base hit to center field. Snaps a dreadful 0 for 31 slump with a 2-out single in the 6th, and yeah, that's the appropriate reaction. An understandable one.
Well, anybody that's ever put on a uniform feels for him, just because of what he's going through. Everybody has been in some sort of stretch where you don't know when that next hit's coming. But to his credit, I mean, he has been even keel. He's kept his wits upon him, and just gone out and worked and grinded. And finally gets a hit here.
Hyeseong Kim got a hit his last time up. He takes strike 1 from Phillips. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th, 5-0 Dodgers.
A great time for an RBI, huh?
Like how you're thinking, EK. Kim worked diligently from the end of spring till his call-up on the swing changes the Dodgers org have been trying to implement, trying to keep him square and through the baseball. The 0-2 poke to left center field. Trouble. It'll drop. Pages hustling home. And Hyeseong Kim has an RBI. Now he's caught in between first and second. Doesn't know what to do as the ball skips away. He's back on first. Conforto to third. And now a 6-0 lead.
Bat to ball skill there. Very good. Finds enough grass out there. Records his first RBI. That's 3 hitters in a row where the Dodgers, they were either 0-2 or 1-2 and were able to work a base hit.
Back to Ohtani, 1 for 2, having homered his last time up. First and third, 2 gone. A 6-run lead. Hardest hit home run in the majors this year. Now this is high in the air to left center. It's playable for Stowers. He makes the catch, and that ends the 6th inning. So 2 stranded by the Dodgers, but Hyeseong Kim, he's doing it all today.
Who explodes with more firepower than ever? No question. It's Batman Forever. It's Gotham City's ultimate battle as the Riddler's brain trap drains your brain. But Night Hunter Batman sets his sights on crushing evil every time. And Hydroclaw Robin delivers a devastating left hook. And when Batman soars in the Turbo Batwing, evil is blasted from the sky and battered with an explosive surprise. Who's the ultimate answer to crime? No question. It's Batman Forever. Figures and vehicles sold separately.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your help. It's my job. Wow.
Honey, can we start now?
Yes. Yes, we can. We know how you feel, and that's why we're here. Circuit City. We're with you. Yeah, just put that anywhere.
Hyeseong Kim is 2 for 3, a pair of base hits, a second stolen base, his first run scored, and his first RBI in Major League Baseball.
Going to be tough to keep him out of the lineup tomorrow, huh?
Relatively comfortable lead for the Dodgers, as comfy as one can be in MLB. 6-0, bottom of the 6th. One ball, one strike for Ben Kasparius. As we see Alex Vesia starting to get hot in the bullpen. Maybe between the Red Bulls and Jonathan Erb's catch, Alex Vesia is just raring to go right now. A life-saving play. Protecting Bardo. Yeah, Jay.
Dude, he's still breathing fast, right?
Yes, he did. That's strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Ben Kasparius. Fouled away by Wagaman, strike 1. Hit well to center, turns Taylor around. It's over his head. It one hops off the wall. And so Wagaman running into second. Nobody there. It's cut off by Betts. A stand-up double.
Wagaman gets that slider out over the plate, much like Myers got earlier in the game. Obviously, Wagaman hits the heck out of this ball. 108 miles an hour. CT having no play on it other than getting it off the wall, but Wagaman hit the heck out of that.
In position to score, Jesus Sanchez, the batter. First pitch taken in the air to right center. This will drop for a hit. Picked up by Pajes. Stop sign at third for Wagaman. They're cornered with one out. Back-to-back one-out hits for the Marlins. And Miami has something brewing in the sixth. First 5 1/3 innings. The Miami offense. 2 hits. They have 2 hits on the last 2 pitches.
Yeah, it's a slider, and then that was a curveball. You know, he talked about him using his cutter this evening. He used it more tonight than he's used it at any point in his career. 17 cutters tonight, which is a career high. Marlins only 1 base hit. See that usage. So tough for a hitter because you got to cover everything. I mean, he's not just relying on 1 or 2 pitches.
Connor Norby starting as the DH today at third base too. He's 0 for 2 thus far. First and third, only 1 out. Slider down and away, ball 1. Now Norby to left field. 3 consecutive hits have the Marlins on the board in the 6th. It's 6-1 Dodgers.
Well, kind of interesting because in this inning so far, he's thrown 10 pitches. He's only thrown 1 cutter. Again, that pitch has been so effective for this evening. That right there is a slider, and that slider's been, you know, when he's given up hits tonight, it's been the slider.
Dave Roberts making a pitching change. Alex Vesia will have the ball after this.
Who's got the firepower to face crime every time? No question, it's Batman forever. The terrifying Two-Face pounds Gotham City, but Streetbreaker Robin rips in, and a mighty flight of attack-wing Batman puts the fiendish Chase in his place. And in the sizzling Batmobile, Batman lights it up on a drive for justice, blazing in on these wicked wheels. He makes Two-Face pay twice the price. Heads, justice wins. Tails, evil loses. No question, it's Batman forever. Figures and vehicles sold separately, batteries not included.
DRQ.
All of today's hit music is on 93.1 DRQ.
Every morning there's a halo. DRQ.
You found today's hit music.
93.1 DRQ.
DRQ.
Today's hit music.
The switch is on.
High fives and fist bumps for Ben Kasparius in the Dodger dugout. 4+ innings, 70 pitches, 1 run, 5 hits, couple of walks, 5 Ks. He is on the hook for the runners on the bases right now. Sanchez on second, Norby on first. They're inherited by Alex Vesia. Comes out of the bullpen for the 18th time. Facing Dane Myers. Pitch slider, ball 1 inside. Now, last couple years we've seen Vesia against righties. The splits are not extreme. So Doc certainly feels comfortable with Vess against right-handed hitters. Myers Myers hits it on the ball to center. Taylor charges and makes the grab.
Well, you mentioned Vesia basically a neutral pitcher, meaning righties, lefties, and numbers are pretty similar. But we saw Myers, you know, he came in the other night, right, as a pinch hit off a Bonda lefty, and anything up in the zone from the left-handers, he's been able to get to.
Myers, his splits, he's definitely better against left-handed pitching and definitely good against fastballs. That was well struck, but a line out to center. So now a pinch hitter for Clayton McCullough and the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez. Rookie who came to Miami in a deal with the Yankees that sent Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the Bronx.
See those numbers. He started off extremely well and just expected to be here for a few ball games, but because how hot he was, the home runs, but has since cooled off. 1 for 24 in his last 6.
2 on 2 out. The Dodgers lead by 5 in the bottom of the 6th. Strike one, always the most important. Vesia has it. Quickly 0-2. That is a really good slider from Bess.
I mean, you almost have to stay with that, right? You just don't want to even mess around with a high fastball.
It's a triple up on the 0-2.
Yeah.
He does. And it works. A strikeout to strand a pair and get the Dodgers through 6.
Forever is here, and Kellogg's Corn Pops has Batman Forever tattoos. All the coolest characters right from the movie. There's 2 free Batman Forever tattoos in special edition boxes of Kellogg's Corn Pops.
It's the way a house smells when there's bread baking in the oven. The way mothers know how to make sandwiches just right. It's the way we try to know each of our customers by name, or at least by sandwich. And it's the way all your favorite things combine into something even better, right before your eyes. It's probably why people rate us so highly for quality, survey after survey, even though it can be hard to answer questions with your mouth full. Subway, it's the way a sandwich should be.
Heck of a play by Sanoa just to get it over to first base and make it somewhat close, but Mookie getting out of the box, not going to throw him out. Beats it easily.
Bring Freddie Freeman back up there. 1 for 3 with the aforementioned homer. So Freeman's hitting streak now at 10 games. 6 extra base hits in that span, 3 homers.
Talk about that home run going to deep right center. I guess more so center there. Again, Freddie, though, is what he's done is, I don't want to say it's under the radar, but it's under the radar exceptional. I mean, he has numbers. He got an OPS over 1,000. He's quietly just come in and dominated this year so far. You see what he does against the Marlins.
You could text Chipper that graphic.
Right.
Tied with Ryan Zimmerman and Ryan Howard. This one's poked to the gap in right center field. It drops between Myers and Sanchez. And Freddie's trying to hustle out a double, but he is going to be thrown out. Freddie wants them to challenge, or he wants them to at least take a look. Mookie gets the third on the play.
But almost looks like Edwards is reaching for the tag there. Freddie thinks he got his foot in.
No.
Come on back.
Ooh. But Betts is on third, only one out. Marlins infield comes in for Chris Taylor. Big swing and a miss, strike one. One on, one out, 1 ball, 1 strike for CT. Game 1000 as a Dodger.
Games played in history for the Los Angeles Dodgers. CT in the top 20 with a nice round number. So many big hits in the postseason, big plays. Another one of those guys that no matter what he was asked to do, was whatever position, and played hurt. Such an integral part of the success that they've had over the last few years. Big home run against St. Louis.
Oh, unforgettable. That's to say nothing to the CT3 Foundation, right?
Right.
So now he's just. Oh. that could have been trouble for Augustine Ramirez. On this 2-2, Taylor stays away from a breaking ball, low and outside. Full count. ABs have been few and far between for Taylor in this 2025 season. Can he come through? The payoff. Yes, he can. Down the left field line, into the corner. Betts will score. The Dodgers back ahead by 6.
Just a backup slider, and CT stays on it, comes around it a little bit, hits it hard, gets it down in that corner. But good for CT, right? Didn't think he was playing tonight, has to come in off the bench, and it's an RBI right there.
Line keeps moving. Here's Will Smith. He's trying to join the parade today for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of Ks. 7 runs on a dozen hits. The Dodgers have had at least 11 hits in 7 of their last 9 games.
It really has been an offensive juggernaut. And again, you're getting contributions from everyone throughout the lineup. And, even tonight, it's the 8th different Dodger with a base hit after CT hit that double.
Fastball down the middle, strike 2. Called on Smith. Hyeseong Kim, one of those Dodgers with a hit. He's got 2, in fact.
I mean, how's he not play tomorrow, right? Played solid D, stole a base, RBI. To make Doc's decision difficult.
Fly ball to left. And then awaiting Stowers. And Taylor is going to head back to second. Max Muncy, the other Dodger without a hit today. Along with Will Smith. Max with a chance to change that here in the top of the 7th. 7-1 LA. Taylor on second, 2 gone.
Max trying to drive in that run with 2 outs. Dodgers this evening 4 2-out RBIs. There's 67 2-out RBIs this year, 3rd most in the National League.
Once he has 2 strikes against him. Spiked in front of the plate, ball 1. After Taylor's double, top 4 in the lineup, combined 8 for 15 with 4 extra base hits. They've driven in 6 of the Dodgers' 7 runs today and scored 5 of the 7. Muncy down swinging. That'll send us to the stretch in Miami, but an RBI double for Chris Taylor pushes the lead back to 6.
The best villains. Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Nicole Kidman, Chris O'Donnell. So what are you waiting for? Batman Forever. Rated PG-13.
Beverly Hills. If you want the best here, it'll cost you. But the best pizza won't cost you. You can get a Pizza Hut pizza for just $8.99. Right now, it's the Big New Yorker pizza. Make it a supreme or specialty for just 99 cents more. Can we eat in here? Only at Pizza Hut.
Estee Lauder takes skincare as far as our modern technology can go. Now, Future Perfect Micro-Targeted Skin Gel. This microsome formula gives your skin the luminosity of younger skin. Tests showed the actual improvement in the appearance of lines, wrinkles, and smoothness. And now we'll treat you to a free gift when you purchase Future Perfect or any Estee Lauder product for $12.50 or more. This gift is yours through February 17th at the Broadway.
Let's turn on the T-Mobile coverage cam before the bottom of the 7th. Hyeseong Kim making his first start with the Dodgers. Got his first hit in Major League Baseball. Stole his second base. And scored his first run on Ohtani's missile. He wasn't done though, EK. How about an RBI?
Doing a little bit of everything. We saw him debut last night on the base paths, but flawless in the field, great up at the plate, lobbying for some playing time tomorrow night.
Yeah, he had 2 putouts in the first inning. So congratulations, Hyeseong Kim. That's what Nick Fortes would say. Or did say on the basis.
He did. He said that.
Evan Phillips' first pitch of the night is strike 1 on Ronnie Simon. Now, I did check in with Sujo. Sue Baby, of course, holding it down the socials for the Dodgers. And Shukamira would be congratulations. And I don't believe, based on my amateur lip reading, that's what Nick Fortes said. No, I don't think he said Shukamira. He just went with congratulations.
I think more than anything for Kim tonight, just watching, and it's what we saw last night. No fear at all. I mean, looked very comfortable, not overwhelmed, no anxiety, no anxiousness.
That's served through the left side by Simon. It's a leadoff base hit for Miami in the 7th.
But again, just real comfortable.
So we were talking about how in spring training he was just embraced right away. But one of the videos that a Dodgers social team put out at Camelback Ranch was there was a day where they were doing ground balls in the infield, and you saw Mookie Betts and Miguel Rojas. They started getting the fans involved with Hyeseong Kim chants. Hyeseong Kim, Hyeseong Kim. So I was asking Miggy about that today. I was like, hey, was that planned or was that organic? He's like, oh, it just happened in the moment. And it was during a drill where they were trying to simulate a big moment, a pressure situation. There's an 0-1 pitch from Phillips with a runner on and nobody out. Ball 1 downstairs. So you have 3 fielders at third, 3 fielders at second, or at short, more at second and first. And so ground balls hit to every player at every position. And they have to make the play. If somebody messes up, they got to start over. And so they get to second base. And so Hyeseong, obviously first major league spring training, and they're trying to build up the pressure of the moment. You can't simulate Game 5 of the World Series at Camelback Ranch in February, but the kid's probably feeling some nerves, so get the chance going, and he makes the play. And everybody was all smiles there in Glendale. Ground ball left side. Mookie dives, but can't get it. So back-to-back hits for Miami against Phillips to start the 7th.
Mookie makes a great effort, lays out, almost grabs it. I mean, sort of a tough spot for Phillips just to come in. You've got a 7-1 lead. You know, not a lot of adrenaline here in this ballpark. You're facing the bottom part of the lineup, and you know, now you've got a bit of a situation. Now you can create a tense environment.
Fastball first strike against the leadoff batter Xavier Edwards. To left field, Conforto comes in, makes the catch on the run, and the runners have to retreat. That had some sinking spin on it, but Mike was able to track it down for out number 1.
Yeah, nice job by Conforto coming in. That's a left-hander hitting off the end part of the bat. It was slicing away, kind of diving down, and Michael got a good jump. Nice catch.
Red hot Kyle Stowers at the plate. The Dodgers have retired him twice tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. National League Player of the Week for Miami. A walk-off grand slam Saturday against Oakland. Their prize closer Mason Miller. Ground ball to Freeman. Goes to Betts for 1, and they'll take just 1.
Well, either Mookie was running over to first base and going to try and beat the runner, or might have thought that there were 3 outs. Watch this right here. Freddie makes a nice play.
Yeah, I think it's the latter.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to beat him over to first.
So the 7th will continue. We saw Evan Phillips say, whoa, 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 whoa. And then Mookie's like, oh.
It happens.
The Dodgers leading 7-1. Eric Wagaman stays off a sweeper that's way outside, ball 1.
Wagaman had a double in his last at bat.
Marlins are 5 for their last 8. Ground ball underneath the wickets of Phillips. Kim will take it himself, stepping on the bag at second. That's out number 3.
Deep beneath the Gotham City McDonald's, the time has come for the Gotham Glassware Collection. Get all your favorite characters from the movie Batman Forever, including Batman himself and the Riddler, chiseled in high-quality glass. Take a break at McDonald's and collect all 4. Just 99 cents each when you buy any McDonald's Extra Value meal or any other food purchase.
Here you are, sir. Batman.
Now I've got him!
Gimme a head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxen, a home for fleas, a hive for bees, a nest for birds, ain't no words for the beauty, the splendor, the wonder of my hair.
Strike 1 on Andy Paez. There's no way. That's not going to happen again, will it? 0-2. That is crazy.
So Pages tonight has been up 4 times. He's been 0-2, 3 of the at-bats, and the other one was 0-1.
Right where he wants him. To center field. Myers on the warning track. He leaps. He bobbles it off the glove. Pages racing around second. And he stands up at third, safe.
I'm not sure what Myers did. It looks like he puts his arm up like, I got it. You know, I would think that he may be reaching for the wall, but he hasn't even hit the warning track yet, and he has his arm up. So
and then he has to brace, and then his shoulder bears the brunt of the contact with the wall.
Well, I think it's more of a, you know, I didn't catch it, so now I'm not feeling great.
So Pages on third. Scored a hit for Andy. A leadoff triple in the 8th. Fastball at the knee, strike one on Michael Conforto, who singled his last time up to break out of an 0 for 31 funk. And he looked toward the skies on first base with a smile toward the top step of the Dodger dugout. Pure relief. Now Conforto smokes it to right. It's on a line to Sanchez, and Pages will hold. It's a good throw in from Sanchez, who fielded it in shallow right field. Two in a row, they're saying. 2 in a row.
2 line drives, right? I mean, again, Conforto hit that thing hard, but still just can't get rewarded for anything.
Now Hyeseong Kim. Do we have a 3-hit night? Strike one called against him on a pitch off the plate. Marlin infield is in. He flew out to right field, leading off the 3rd inning. Singled in the 5th, stole 2nd, scored. RBI base hit in the 6th. Swings through, strike 2.
Got him right where he wants him. 3 at-bats tonight. He's been 1-2 or 0-2 in all 3 of them. 0-2 right here. Last time he was 0-2, ended up getting a single. RBI single at that.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's in the seats, foul. Pages on third, 1 out in the 8th. Bounce to first. Wagon steps on the bag and looks Pages back to third. It'll be up to Ohtani in this 8th inning to get Pages home. You heard that, you felt that, and Jonathan Erb caught that. 2-run home run for Shohei. His 9th of the season. Also stole his 10th base, so we joked about it earlier, EK, but he could get to 10-10. Good pitch from Soriano to jump ahead of Ohtani. 1-2. way up and away. Count squares up. Tipped into the glove, and so Pa's leadoff triple is stranded by the Dodgers in the 8th, but they still lead 7-1.
That signal pierces the night, and this time it's calling you. No question, it's Batman forever. Now guard Gotham City with a punishing power armor set, Bat Signal Blaster, and combat utility belt with an arsenal of crime-fighting gear. Now you are Batman. Blistering batarangs unleash an explosion of power. And with the power of your blazing Bat Signal Blaster, fire up the night and make the Riddler see the light. Are you ready?
No question.
It's Batman forever. Armor set, utility belt, and Bat Signal Blaster sold separately. Batteries not included.
Dodgers on top of the Marlins by 6, and they need 6 more outs to open this series with a win. Back up in the booth one more time. Eric Carroll, Stephen Nelson up here. Kirsten Watson is down there. EK, I think tonight there's a lot of positives, but everyone's going to be talking about Hyeseong Kim, his first career start.
Yeah, really exciting to see the young man get an opportunity to start a ball game. We saw him last night run the bases, and he was fearless. And he's been fearless this evening. Up at the plate, a couple of hits, an RBI, flawless defense as well. And as well as he's played tonight, Doc might have to make a decision. Is he in that lineup again tomorrow?
New pitcher in there for the Dodgers for the bottom of the 8th inning. And Yoendrys Gomez. Ground ball right side and through. Leadoff base hit for Jesus Sanchez. Kirsten Watson, what do you have down there?
Steven, I just want to let you guys know there is a chance that Hyeseong could be in the lineup tomorrow. Dave Roberts said earlier today that Mookie Betts is going to be down, considering, as we've talked about a lot, that this team is in a 10-game straight stretch. So he's going to find time to get players off their feet. So Mookie Betts will be down, and Hyeseong has the ability to play whether it's second, short, or center field. So I'm saying there's a chance, guys.
All right, Kirsten. Yeah, I mean, 12 starts for him in OKC at shortstop. 9 in center field, 7 at second base. Obviously tonight has started and remained at second.
Well, so if Mookie possibly getting a day, and then you don't know what's going to happen with Teo. Is he in the lineup again tomorrow? So you couple that with his play this evening, and everything says you might see him tomorrow night.
Righty on the mound, and Cal Quantrill for Miami opposite Tony Gonsolin. Nothing into the count on Connor Norby, who's got the only RBI of the night for Miami. Strikeout for Gomez. 1 gone in the 8th. 1 for Gomez. Add that to the 6 previous. That's 7 and a free jumbo jack for y'all tomorrow at a Jack in the Box in Los Angeles. Buy a large drink, you get a free jumbo jack. Dane Myers jumps on the first pitch and takes it to right center. A 2-hit night for Dane Myers.
Dodgers need to trade for him or something just so they don't have to face him.
Now Agustin Ramirez came off the bench as a pinch hitter in the 6th, struck out swinging. Second one out. He's first pitch swinging, pops it back foul. fly ball, left field, hit well. Ramirez is watching this one fly. It's a 3-run home run for the rookie. Don't look now. It's just a 3-run game.
Gets a sweeper there, just really didn't have any break at all, just kind of spun up there in the middle part of the plate. We talked about Ramirez and the power he has, how hard he hits the ball. 109 miles an hour off the bat.
Mark Pryor's going to come out and talk with Yoendrys Gomez. Look, the Dodgers, they just saw it. They don't need a reminder. They went up 5-0 against the Marlins at home. And you're thinking, okay, just cruise control, blowout win. And then Miami tied in the blink, actually took the lead. Scoring in the top of the 10th, the Dodgers needed some extra innings heroics to win that game. It's a young team. And you talk to Miami personnel, EK, it's kind of like they're too, and they said this endearingly, too young and dumb enough to know any better. They're just going to scrap and fight and take their growing pains along the way.
Well, they're going to play at least 27 outs, right? And Clayton McCullough, the one thing we know about him is he doesn't quit. He's somebody that's going to battle you to the very end. And you hit it right on the head. You know, these are young guys. These are guys that are trying to prove things. And, you know, every at bat for them, no matter what the score is, it matters.
One out in the 8th inning. The base is now empty. It's 7-4, and that inspires Tanner Scott to get up. So you go from a 7-1 game, looking like you're going to get to stay away from your high leverage guys, to now it's gotten a little tight. One ball, 2 strikes. Gomez against Ronnie Simon, 8th spot of the order. Pitch hitter on deck in Matt Mervis. He was the home run leaders the first couple weeks of the season. Chop to the right side. Kim on the run. Glove flip to Freddie. But he can't keep it in his glove. And so Simon will reach.
So I think what was kind of different about that, watch him make the flip. He turns his glove around and backhands the flip. A lot of guys will just kind of underhand that flip. And I'm not sure that Freddie anticipated it like that. Usually it's kind of that scoop flip. But he turned his glove around completely. And then that ended up being a higher, not so in line throw.
Dave Roberts isn't going to mess around anymore. Pitching change for the Dodgers here with 1 on, 1 out. In the bottom of the 8th, it's now 7-4.
It's Batman forever. Now, Batman's energized with bioactive tech suits blazing with power. So when the Riddler's blowing minds from his hideous hideout, Ice Blade Batman deploys his ski sled as he slides in to slam evil. And Batarang Batman whips in as he puts a different spin on crushing crime. And slicing through the seas, the Batboat becomes a 2-in-1 terror, adapting for the ultimate battle on land to blast this vicious riddle and cut him down to size. No question, it's Batman forever. Figures and vehicle each sold separately.
Your child can visit steamy jungles, grassy plains, and the dark depths of the oceans to meet and learn surprising facts about the magnificent animals that live there, all through the captivating, colorful pages of Zoo Books, the publication especially created for young readers. Each monthly issue of Zoo Books is packed with breathtaking full-color photos and scientifically accurate illustrations, plus games and puzzles. Today, through this exclusive TV offer, you can get 12 fascinating issues of Zoo Books for the special price of $19.95. When you call and use your credit card, we'll include the Elephants issue as a gift. Plus, you'll also get the colorful collection of animal stickers and the tiger poster. So order Zoo Books today and send learning and fun to a child you love.
To order 12 fascinating issues of Zoo Books for $19.95, call 1-800-441-2400. When you call, we'll include the bonus elephant issue, stickers, and tiger poster with your order. Call 1-800-441-2400. You must be 18 years or older to call.
Tanner Scott back in his former home. Ex-Marlin was traded to the Padres last year. Turns to loanDepot in Dodger blue. Inherits a runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. The Dodgers leading by 3. Pinch hitter Mervis, lefty, remains in there and watches strike 1 from Scott.
Mervis, a former Cub, 7 home runs so far.
Quickly 0-2. And that's something Tanner Scott has done all year long. He's filled up the strike zone, EK.
Yeah, done a nice job working ahead. Now just needs to stay on a corner of a plate.
His first 4 games as a Dodger, gave up runs in 3 of them. 1 run allowed since was a game-tying home run to Amaya in Chicago. See the splits. Lefty's hitting .389 against Scott, hence why Clayton McCullough leaving Mervis in there. Scott blows a fastball by him at 97 for strike 3.
Just reared back and went right after him. Good part of the plate right there. Mervis looking for something off speed, not able to catch up. Big out though for the Dodgers. Top of the lineup.
Edwards 0 for 4, and ball skips by Smith, and now Simon advances into scoring position. Fastball away at 98 from Scott. The fastball that he can't locate. 3 balls, no strikes. Tying run on deck for Miami. And Kyle Stowers. Seven at the knees. There's strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. That is the first walk issued by Tanner Scott all year. And it brings the tying run to the plate for the Marlins in the 8th.
Stowers a guy you have to be careful with. The slugging percentage of over 500 coming into tonight. See what he's done against the Dodgers. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. It's kind of like Myers, you know, just one of those guys that sees blue out there and has had some success.
First and second, 2 out. The Dodgers ahead 7-4. Scott against Stowers. First pitch swinging and missing, and a slider down and away. This was a couple days ago against Mason Miller. All-star closer for Oakland. That was a walk-off grand slam on Saturday night in Miami. He's driven in 10 of their last 19 runs coming into this series.
Yeah, he's not scared against left-handed pitching either. 14 for 29, a 483 clip, 3 extra base hits.
Right back to Scott in the glove to Freeman, and that gets the Dodgers through the 8th. 2 stranded, but it's gotten a little closer. 7-4 on to the 9th.
This Halloween, what began as a riddle will become video history. Riddle me this. What was 1995's top-grossing movie? Riddle me that. Who had the biggest opening weekend in movie history? Who's afraid of the big black bat? What do Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, Nicole Kidman, Chris O'Donnell, and Drew Barrymore have in common? I will help you solve the greatest riddle of all. Batman Forever. Exploding onto video for just $19.96. Let's start this party with a bang! In an uncertain world, in a chaotic time, justice wears a mask.
Your entrance was good. His was better.
Love is a game.
What is it about the wrong kind of man?
It's the car, right? Chicks love the car. Power is a machine. Now you've devised a way to read men's minds.
By the way, I've seen your mind. Freak.
And revenge is a trap. You're a genius.
Riddler and Two-Face can make a pretty lethal combination.
Batman Forever is the best Batman yet, and it really KO'd the critics. A thrill-packed joyride with big laughs and high energy. This film is fun.
The difference? Showmanship.
Bigger, battier, and better. With dazzling non-stop action. The best Batman of the 3.
Now that's impressive.
And Batman Forever has generated audience excitement that'll make your head spin. 89% of adults who buy videos and 79% of kids 6 to 11 want to own Batman Forever. And intent to purchase is higher in all age segments than Batman or Batman Returns. Higher even than Forrest Gump, Jurassic Park, and other fourth-quarter direct-to-sell-through hits.
I'll bring the wine. Or do I need skin tight vinyl and a whip?
Come as you are. We're supplying the biggest ad campaign in Warner home video history, with 2 billion impressions against all demographics, reaching all segments at least 10 times.
Mind manipulation, tampering with people's brainwaves.
We've got a Batcave full of mind-blowing POP, Warner's biggest arsenal ever.
Top of the 9th on tap in Miami. The Dodgers lead has shrunk to 3. It's 7-4. 7 runs for the Dodgers on 13 hits, 4 runs for the Marlins on 10 hits, but Miami's left 10 runners on base. Betts, Freeman, and Taylor scheduled Dodgers in this 9th inning, and add some insurance. So it's kind of odd, EK. You know, 6-0, Dodgers in control, 6-1, then 7-1. You're not really sweating anything, and then boom, a 3-run home run from Ramirez in the 8th, and now Tanner Scott had to come in the game.
Well, some of these games against the Marlins, although it ended with a wide margin, they were a lot closer than, you know, that first game in LA. They tied it up and went ahead late. That last game that was a blowout was close going into the 5th or 6th inning. You know, and this one seemed like, oh, all right, getting ready for Tuesday night. Here we are, 3-run ball game.
Mookie pulls it in the air to left field. Stowers tracks it down. One gone. Kirby Yates. He's warming up for the bottom of the 9th inning. So when you woke up on this Monday and you know that it's some variation of a bullpen, it's a bullpen game. I'm dancing around it. Ben Kaspari's the bulk guy. You know, Route A did not include all the high leverage arms for the Dodgers. Ground ball from Freeman to short. Quickly 2 away.
No, but I think if there's any consolation, it's you've got Gonsolin going tomorrow. And he threw well, was very efficient in his first start against the Marlins last week. Again, you got to kind of like where the Dodgers are at, right? You can say, okay, it would have been nice to be a little better, but all in all, I'll take it.
Most important thing is getting a win. Leading 7-4. Chris Taylor up with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 9th. Last time up, he made it a 7-1 game with an RBI double to left. Disagree respectfully. Right. 2-1. Right. Three balls and a strike for Taylor. Will Smith will be waiting in the wings. Just catches the corner for strike 2. Now a full count. High fastball gets him swinging. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers leading by 3. 3 outs away.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free. With Education Connection. Get connected for free. With Education Connection.
On the road in Miami, 7-4. It's the lead for LA in this series opener. Kike Hernandez will take over in left field for Michael Conforto. And Kirby Yates will take the ball from Tanner Scott on the mound. Kirby in his career 95 saves. Yet to record one in Dodger blue.
It's another one with that great strikeout to walk ratio we saw earlier. Ben Kasparius. This one right here, 26 strikeouts and 5 walks.
The Marlins with 1 in the 6th, their first run of the game. It's 6-1 and fell behind 7-1. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. On 3 hits, the biggest one, a 3-run home run for Agustin Ramirez. They sent 8 to the plate in that frame. Lone to not hit is at the plate now, and Eric Wagaman. Yates gives him a fastball off the plate, but called strike 1. Kirby will take it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That was a good splitter from Kirby. A pitch lately. Opponents are 4 for the last 10 against a splitter, slugging .800 going back to the 19th of April.
Even with some of that success against him, though, right? Only 1 run allowed in his last 7 outings.
Picked up the win last Monday against the Marlins. Two balls, 2 strikes. Yates is set. Back toward our booth, below our booth. Dreyer, Kasperius, Vesia, Phillips, Gomez, Scott, and now Yates. And they team up to get a win for the bullpen. That splitter spoiled by Wagaman. He stays alive at 2-2. Strike 3. High fastball from Kirby Yates. Wagaman couldn't lay off. Got a piece, but into the glove of Will Smith. 1 gone.
Yeah, another swing and miss coming into tonight. Almost 42% swing and miss, which is the highest in the National League.
Splitter misses, ball 1 on Jesus Sanchez. It's 2 for his last 2. Here tonight, he singled leading off the 8th, scored on the home run from Ramirez. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Seven for Dodgers. Bases empty, 1 out, bottom 9. On Yates is 2-1. Sanchez pulls the hands out of the way of a fastball inside. 3-1. Ball will fill things up. Sanchez unhappy, couldn't do more with that fastball. Connor Norby on deck. See at least 1 more. Fastball up to 94 there from Kirby Yates. Follow through. Will wear the bat of Sanchez. Another payoff. Got him swinging.
Another swing and miss there, Steven. It's, again, continuing to baffle hitters, not only with the fastball, but also the splitter. A two-pitch guy, but again, just so difficult to figure out either one of those pitches.
If he gets 2 strikes on you, I mean, the strikeout rate for Kirby Yates jumps up to 72%. Ball 1 down and in on Norby. 1 more out to go. In the air to right field. Andy Pages has got a read on it, and that's so in for LA. Dodgers jump back into the win column. Victory number 24 in 2025.
Real nice start to this road trip. 3 of the first 4. Kim has a nice ball game. His first start in the major leagues. A memorable one. A couple of base hits, an RBI. Scoring a run with Shohei Ohtani going deep. That man right there, Freddie Freeman, as well. Nice pitching. Dreyer, Kasparius, Yates going. It's really a nice game to start off things here in Florida.
Ben Kasparius stays unbeaten as a big leaguer, improves to 4-0. Up next, you have Access Sportsnet Dodgers. John Hartung, Nomar Garcia Parr, and the D Train got you covered. So for Eric Karros, Kirsten Watson, and our amazing crew headed up by Mike Levy, I'm Steven Nelson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Tuesday night from Miami.